Welcome to Man's World News,
the only news station by men for men.
I'm your boy Loso.
And I'm Big Joe. I just want to kind of tell you guys a little bit about what Man's World News is. This is a YouTube channel, a show that reports on all the Manosphere news, everything Manosphere related. We're talking about red pill content. We're talking about hot takes. We're talking about everything, man. We're here to report that to you.
Yes, and also, just so you guys know that this is our very first episode, and we're gonna bring it out with a banger. So for those of you who don't know Andrew Tate, he's been somebody very controversial on the internet. You know, the alphabet community's against him, the fembots are against him,
Matrix is against him.
the Matrix is definitely against him, but we're not against him. You know, we understand that he doesn't have anything against those people. He really just has a problem with men the way they are today. And so do I. And so does my boy Big Joe over here.
No, absolutely. And this is coming from one of those men that Andrew Tate caters his content to, someone who didn't have, masculine role models. So I understand who he's trying to target and what that type of content does to you. So we just really want to talk about what's the trending news for Andrew Tate. Very recently, there was a couple of Twitter tweets by a lot of the people in his inner circle, people in the Manosphere with proof, medical documents saying that Andrew might have lung cancer. Thankfully, there was some more documents that were produced the following day from the hospitals that turned out to say that the stuff in his lungs, it was benign. So he's out of the works. He's out of the woods for that. He's okay. They even tweeted on his account that he's fine. He doesn't have any cancer. And for the Manosphere, we're very relieved about that because we really love Andrew and his brother, and we don't want anything bad to happen to him,
Yeah, like I think it's crazy just how the fact that I just felt like when I first heard the news, I said to myself, oh, they just gonna let him die in there. Because he can't get no medical attention from there. And then I was so grateful to find out that the cancer is benign. I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate says, but one thing I do agree with, and the whole point I agree to do this show with my boy over here, is that men need help. Men's mental health is like the least thing that is talked about in this country and around the world. And even though that is the number one thing that really affects the world, the more men can't be men, the more the economy is going to go into the shitter. The more we're going to see school shootings or just mass shootings because men are confused. They're being fed all this different information. And so we here at Man World News, we have news and things that are trending for men, but not just for men to consume, but for females to understand what really goes on in a man's head. This is not just about reporting the news, but also, having the discussions that most people are very uncomfortable talking about, because we're not going to shy away from it. We're not going to shy away from the fact that, masculinity is being attacked. People like Andrew Tate and others that are in the manosphere need, more support, more, the word needs to be spread out. And so yeah, we just two guys that felt like that this needs to be said.
Masculinity is being attacked. It's everywhere. You see it in the creators that are joining the red pill content. Sneeko got canceled. Aiden went from being this simp boy to really transforming himself and his content, and he got canceled as well. And you see it everywhere. The Tates got canceled, and that's part of the reason that Top G is in jail. Top G is in jail because of his content, not because of what they're saying about the fact that this freaking two chicks, there's this Moldovan stripper chick and some girl from Miami who came out last April and were saying that the Tates were responsible for trafficking them, that they were raped or something like that. And it's ridiculous because from that point forward, there's been tons of evidence to show that it's all BS. It's all made up. There was like what was it, WhatsApp chats, some sort of chat service leak that showed all the BS that they were plotting. There's CCTV footage of them like at the Tate residence freely roaming around outside, even ordering Domino's, getting into cars all dressed up, leaving, coming back that night like at 8:10. This is from what I saw in the footage. I saw it on Fresh. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. And they showed pictures on their Instagrams that they were out in France in some place. I forgot the name of the place, but they were saying that it takes like a ton of money just to be in that area, and they came around freely. So these women, you know, they set tape up. This is all a setup.
And that's what gets me mad because, you know, when you cry grape, right? And you put a man in that position, not only do you make that, you know, you hurt that man, but you potentially hurt women that really been great. And, you know, because, you know, for every person that gets wrongfully accused of that, it starts to desensitize those people. And then, you know, when somebody really in trouble, we're like, ah, yeah, is this one still telling the truth?
Yeah, that's like the boy who cried wolf.
So I'll give you a perfect example, right, for the younger crowd that's watching this, right? There was just a rapper, Little Mosey, who just beat trial for the same accusations for being called great, being accused of grape. And it's just like, you know, it's sad that, you know, that this is like the form of like attack that certain females use, and is, you know, and it's like almost a losing battle for men, especially if the darker you are. You don't want to be in a situation where you're being accused of that. You know, I've been incarcerated. Like, there's two types of people that get it very hard in prison, and that's people that's done the grape thing and people that's done the other thing with the kiddies.
With the kids.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't really get what's people's agenda. Are you just trying to kill straight men completely? Is that just the secret agenda, or is there just something more behind it? And you know, for my personal opinion is, I don't even really think it's the alphabet community really pushing all these agendas. I think it's outside forces just trying to weaken us, or you know, continue to create this division. Because, you know, I'm seeing it in my algorithms, and I don't. Yeah. There's nothing.
You don't consume that content.
Yeah, I don't consume that type of content at all. Like, I am not. Like, I'm a red pillar through and through. And, you know, to see certain commercials, there was this one ad on YouTube that's called, "Do you want to take the gay test?" I don't know if you ever seen that ad.
I heard about it.
Yeah, but and I'm just like, what is this? And I'm just like, why is this in my algorithms? And I don't have a problem with them. Like, you know, I just have a problem with just how it's just being fed to me, to kids, you know, in a way that is not necessary. I get it. You want inclusion. You know, me being a minority, I could totally understand wanting inclusion. But there's a proper way of doing it, and doing, you know, drag queen happy hour for little kids in the UK is not a way to do it. Like, you don't have strippers coming in telling stories, you know, half naked, right? It's just, you know, certain things people know is common sense, but they just want to get triggered for no apparent reason.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's called the Cobra Tate rave. It's out of the UK. I'll give you kind of like a real quick. We'll talk about that in a later episode, but it's basically a cabaret for toddlers. There's literally grown men in thongs, you know, dancing, shaking their ass in front of small children, and there's all these mothers there with these kids. It's for the mothers, basically. But there's kids consuming this stuff. And you might say, oh, no, they're just toddlers. They don't know.
And it's so stupid. I feel like it's just woke cred. Like, oh, look, my kids are so accepted of this and shit. No, this is some weird shit.
You want to know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. And people will hate me for this, but I don't care. It's just the fact that people want to be accepted. People want to be included. And there's groups of people who don't feel like they're included. So they'll do whatever they got to do to get attention. Because that's what it is. It's attention. You can quote me on it, whatever. It's attention grabbing. You want to be included. So you want to put yourself in. They put themselves in these little cliques of stuff. It's just like high school, bro. You wanted to be with the popular kids. Well, guess what's trending right now? All that. It's all that.
Well, since we're on that topic, we might as well get into this Hershey thing that you was telling me about earlier today.
Absolutely. Speaking of this stuff. All right, Hershey's. Everybody knows who Hershey's is. They make the chocolates. Everybody knows they got an amusement park in Pennsylvania. I went there. It's cool. I didn't get on any of the rides, but you know they got candy. I'm a fat guy. I wanted some candy. I went there to get some candy, and I will give them the benefit of the doubt. The chocolate that you get there fresh tastes a lot different from the stuff you get in the supermarkets.
I ain't never been to Hershey Park, but I dated a chick who used to call herself Hershey. She was a stripper, so.
She would be.
Shout out to her though.
She would be a stripper.
Definitely.
Yeah, was she what, dark chocolate?
I mean, she was milk chocolate, but you know,
damn,
we're not gonna go there.
But yeah. Anyway, so for International Women's Day campaign, Hershey's put out this commercial that included this activist named Faye Johnstone, and everyone's upset.
Wait, am I reading this right? Is that a trans woman?
And You can cancel me for this. I don't care. That is a biological male talking about inclusion and talking about how you can be you. He said, quote, "We can create a world where everyone is able to live in a public space as their honest and authentic self." That's cool, but you're putting a man, a biological man, I don't care how mad you get that I tell you this, you're putting a biological man as your spokesperson for International Women's Day. If that is not a slap in the face to women,
Bro, that's like when they did that with that what was it, Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever he calls it. Yeah, as woman of the, like, what an insult, bro. Like, you know, if I was a woman, I'd be so insulted. The reason why is because Black History Month just passed, right?
Yeah.
There was why wasn't there any white people in any of the Black History Month commercials, right? If you want to do inclusion, right? Because that looks stupid. It's just common sense. You got your own month. There's already a gay month for everybody in the alphabet community.
Pride Month. Yeah.
So why would you still, you know, something for, you know, an acting gig from a woman, you know, potential, you know, to get seen from a woman, like, you know, there's plenty of women doing dope things right now that you could have highlighted.
Absolutely.
You decided to pick a trans man.
A whole dude.
For International Woman. Now you can't tell me this ain't no agenda.
No, it's
not like this is just a race to see, you know, what company can be the gayest at this point.
Absolutely. All they want is acceptance. They're following the trends is what it is. And this isn't going to be the first company, and they're definitely not the first. And they're not going to be the last that does this. Every company, I'm telling you, bro. I'm calling it now, bro. You can quote me on it later when I'm right. A lot of these big companies are going that route. They're going the woke route. It's business, bro. And it also pushes the agenda. But this was crazy. It was called She for Her was the candy. But
but why didn't they just do that commercial on Pride Month? That's what I don't understand. Didn't Pride Month
Yeah.
When is Pride Month? I don't know. You seem like somebody that would know this.
You know what? What are you talking about, bro? But do you know what this is? This is akin to back in school when it was never enough for kids to be included. They wanted to be in everything. They wanted to be friends with everybody. They wanted to be in every group. They wanted to be accepted by everybody. Because it wasn't enough to be in your area with your people. You know what I'm talking about?
I understand. I completely get the accepting part, alphabet community.
Yeah,
I totally understand that. I don't think none of you guys should be treated like animals, should be disrespected. Absolutely. You should be able to live your life how you want to because you're a human being, and humans were given the right to live their life however they decided to choose.
Yes.
We have free will, we have free form. So by all means, be what you want to be. Yep. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on. I know a lot of y'all in the alphabet community because I fucks with y'all. I know a lot of y'all know that this don't make any sense.
No.
Like that, no. This is being done on purpose. And this is, you know, definitely being done to create divisions. Because, you know, I'm not even a woman. And I'm just like, dang, you know, on International Women, this is how you go to highlight, you know, on International Women's Day.
You gonna put a whole man in there?
So like that's what we doing now. Like we really go to shit on women now.
It's crazy, bro. Like I don't understand why. Maybe because it's fresh, because it just happened. Maybe that's why it's not like being really blown up by women. But I'm just telling y'all, like, for the alphabet community, like, these are the people that are making y'all look bad.
Well, the reason why women are stuck in a pickle is because those, you know, the alphabet community is the one that has their back the most politically. True. So, you know, they're stuck in a rock and a hard place. They chose that path to be, you know, anti, you know, masculine, you know, hate men, and therefore, you know, align themselves with that. So now they're in a situation where now they're in competition with other men for Women of the Year, for Women of the Month. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to me, man.
That's like imagine, bro. Like, imagine like you were a bodybuilder, right? You were a bodybuilder. You spent your life building your body, whatever, and then I came around and I won the bodybuilding competition. They just gave me the go, bro. First place, bro. Me. You would be so mad because all that effort you put into your body, Now take that and slap that same template on this.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. You know the way the world is right now. You probably could.
I probably could
Could
bro.
win.
I probably could go out to some bodybuilding competition and be like, "Oh, you're just fat phobic, bro." I should win
because they're giving out so much participation trophies nowadays. Not even funny,
bro. This is akin to like 11th place, bro. Like if people don't, there's no more first place. There's got to be a second, third, fourth, fifth. It's crazy.
All right, so you know with that, I'm not like I don't even eat candy like that anyway. But I'm definitely not messing with Hershey's because I heard that there's a real candy bar out there now.
Oh yeah, so so Jeremy Boring. I hope I pronounced your name right, Jerry. He's a co-founder and co-CEO of the Daily Wire and Jeremy's Razors. So he decided to fight back against this whole wokey Hershey stuff. And he came out and released a video 3 days ago on YouTube. And he released what he calls Jeremy's chocolate. And we watched this video, bro. I love this commercial, my guy. He comes out and he says, all right, this is the chocolate. And this one's called She Her because Hershey's did the her for she. So that we have two types of chocolate. All right. We got She Her and we got He Him. And one has nuts. And he says, if I got to tell you which one has nuts, then you should probably go and buy Hershey chocolate. This chocolate ain't for you. It's been 36 hours as of about an hour ago. And he's already sold 300,000 chocolates.
I know. I try to buy some chocolate, and I guess the website is like down or something, the cart, because every time I try to like buy some, like I keep getting an error.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him. I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna eat that chocolate. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel more like a man as soon as I eat it. Yeah. I'm probably gonna incorporate that in my pre-workout smoothie.
You gotta get the one with nuts, bro.
I'm definitely gonna get the one with nuts. Cause I got a lot of nuts.
But you know, we'll put the link in the description if you guys want to go support Jeremy. I'm definitely gonna get chocolate. You know, it's not like I need it, but I want it, so I'm getting it.
Yeah, you should be the last person to be eating chocolate,
but
for an exception, I'll let you.
I'll make the sacrifice, bro.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll make the sacrifice.
Speaking of sacrifices, my boy Joe's on a weight loss journey, so shout out to him. You know, please make sure you guys always cheer him on, and you know, if you have any questions or you want to talk your shit, make sure you leave a comment down below. And you know, if you have any suggestions on the show, what you want to talk about, you can follow us at where at
Masworld News on all platforms.
On all platforms.
Twitter is mostly where we're gonna be at because as a news reporting channel, we're going to be on there a lot. We're going to be looking at the news. We're going to be interacting with people, posting our stuff on there. And, of course, YouTube. This is where you're watching us.
Also, make sure to check us out on Rumble. We're really going to be having some Rumble exclusive content down the road in just a couple of months where we will have an uncensored panel discussion with females. We're going to get to the root of, who's really, the problem going on between men versus women when it comes to relationships.
Absolutely. I want to have women on here. I want to have men. I want to have people from the alphabet community. We're going to talk the things that need to be said. And I guarantee you that we're not going to last on YouTube very long if we're going to get canceled for the stuff we're saying, because we're saying what we think. And this is what real men think.
Trust me, this is just the first episode. I haven't even begun to start, grinding my gears yet.
I'm telling you, I got a lot to say, and I haven't said it because, I've been a very passive person, but my mindset has changed. And like he said, I am on a weight loss journey. It's going to be tough. It's going to be rough. I get up at 3:30. I drive about an hour to go to the gym to work out with my man, work out for 2.5 hours, and then I go to work. I'm going from doing almost nothing to doing a lot, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to show up. I don't care. I told my man, I was like, I don't care if I have to crawl to the gym. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to take all this content, this wonderful content that I've consumed from Tate, from Sterling, from Fresh and Fit, from all these guys. Now, I'm not going to take everything. Like he said, I don't agree with everything that's being pushed around, but the good stuff, the stuff that's meant for self-improvement and improving my life, I'm taking that, and you guys are going to be a witness. I'm telling you, bro, you give me till the end of the year, you're going to see me, I'm going to be a problem. I'm going to be a problem.
So I'm going to end it with this. Like, just make sure you guys support us, hit the like button, follow us, because we're going to have plenty more content. We're going to be releasing every week, and we're going to, find the stuff that's trending for you guys, news that's really important for men that's around the world. We're gonna get into it. We're also gonna, there's one thing I just want to say. And it's just like being a man is supposed to be hard. Regardless of, what you identify as, what's your lifestyle, what culture is, all men deal with stuff. White, black, Chinese, gay, doesn't matter. Being a man is hard. That's one disadvantage that we have over women. Women are born with their beauty, they're born with their assets. Men have to work for their assets, for to be considered high value. And it's a tough road, but that's the point of it. It's supposed to be tough. There's a lot of things that happened in my life that, when I was a weak simp, I used to just, want to blame the world, wanted to blame society, wanted to blame the police, you name it, the government. And then I realized that I'm the problem. And that if I just suck it up, toughen it up, and fight back, then, my life would be better. And it has. I went from, having nothing to now having my own company, being an established entrepreneur and investor. And I'm trying. I'm not gonna stop until I become rich, and I will be rich. I know I'm gonna be rich because I have the ambition, the drive as a man to get this shit done, and so do you guys too. Every single guy has that in them, and that's the whole point of this show, to bring that out for everybody, not just Big Joe, but for all those guys there that feel like they don't have a voice, that feel like they don't have nobody that can relate to them. We're here to tell you, not only do you have people that relate to you, we understand, and we're here to help. And we're here to just build and just, be a little bit entertaining for you guys. That's it.
Yeah, this little circus is for y'all. But like he said, it's about, we do have a tough life. Granted, I haven't had a really, really tough life as opposed to like my man or anybody else who's been through more than me. But I have my battles, and I'm gonna have to be fighting them during this transformation. And like he said, our life is tough. We got to go through a lot to be able to build ourselves. We're like diamonds, bro. Diamonds go through so much pressure. You go through intense pressure as a man, and you need to push past that and get yourself, and I'm going to say this is from the heart, man. Get yourself a Loso. Find yourself a Loso. Find yourself somebody who's there, who's on that path, bro. Because a lot of men, like, I hate to put myself in this light, but a lot of men need their handheld for a bit just to start. You need that initial like 30-day period to get you going in the gym. You need somebody to hold you accountable when you're being stupid and you're being lazy, you're not doing what you have to do. You need that one person who's going to be honest as hell and is going to remind you, yo, you messing up, get back on your shit and get it done.
And one last thing, this is for the ladies. We're not here against you guys. No. And it's the complete opposite. We're here to help you guys. We want to make better men. We want to become better men for those real women out there, yes. The few that are still left out there, few that know, how to be a traditional woman and a modern woman at the same time. We want to make better men for you guys. So stick around, let us figure this out. Let's get some more content out there, and we got you, ladies.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Man's World News. I'm Big Joe.
And I'm Loso.
And we'll catch you next time. Thank you.